you go to Detroit, and so what are you thinking? You're like, man, how are we gonna turn this around? I mean, Detroit. I mean, because at that time, basically the Eastern Conference it was like a 3-conference team, but it was really 2. It was the Sixers, it was the Celtics, and you sprinkle in a little of the Bucks. But basically, it was the Sixers and the Celtics, and you knew that's what and they were young Celtics. Yeah. They were young.
Yeah, so I never looked at we couldn't do it.
Right.
The question I asked myself is, how long would it take for us to do it?
Okay.
And what did I have to learn?
Okay.
Because, winning in high school is one thing, then winning in college is another. Coming into the NBA, there's always an educational curve.
Okay.
So what I had to do was I had to go to school. And I really went to the school of the Celtics and the Lakers.
Okay.
I was fortunate enough that I was friends with Magic Johnson, Dr. Buss, Jerry West, Kareem, all of them let me into their inner sanctuary in terms of how they win, how they lose, how they prepare, what their tradition was all about, how an organization works.
Okay.
Because in Detroit, we had none of that.
Right.
And then fortunately enough for me, ML Carr was in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
So ML and then Kevin McHale, who I played on the Pan Am team with, was friends with him. So when Boston and LA was competing, I was in one of their locker rooms all the time taking notes. And I was at every finals game, just learning and educating myself on how to win, how to be a champion, and understanding what the pressure would be like in those buildings.
Right.
Because I knew at some point in time, I was going to come there and beat them. And
right.
That's what I did.
That's never happening. There's no way a team will allow a player from the opposing team, regardless of who they're not allowing you in the locker room now. Little do they know. Did they know what you were doing? They just thought you were being friendly.
No, absolutely. They knew. I told them, and that's why I say I was fortunate.
Right.
I was fortunate that they allowed me to come in
mm-hmm.
and learn. And this is where I give the Lakers and the Celtics credit, because they were great champions. Not only were they great champions, but they were great teachers. They would teach you. They would tell you, what you did wrong, what you need to do. It was like, when Muhammad Ali was fighting, Leon Spinks, and he would grab him and go,
right,
take it with you.
On the way out.
Yeah, it's so they were great teachers, they were great mentors, and everything. If you look back at the Detroit Pistons and
mm-hmm.
our bad boys in terms of our trajectory, you can chronicle it. Everything that the Celtics and the Lakers did, we emulated, we implemented, and also acted. So they were great teachers. We were great students also.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button to become an official member of Club Shay Shay, where we always do something before 2 something.